Welcome back to a Denver 7 special presentation, the murder of an innocent 10-year-old and how the system failed to protect him.
Domestic violence abusers are supposed to turn over their weapons in Colorado, but we're finding it doesn't always happen. Anthony Tesoriero was one of those abusers who never should have had a gun, but clearly did. District Attorney George Brockler says the law isn't working.
This is obviously an extremely difficult case, especially in the rearview mirror.
The tragic murder of 10-year-old Ty Tesoriero at the hands of his own father is hard for anyone to understand.
This is the worst conceivable outcome to any one of these domestic violence type cases.
The worst conceivable outcome, Ty's mother, Jing Tesoriero, says could have been prevented if the system had done its job and listened to her pleas for help.
Do you believe your office did everything it could to step in here, or in hindsight, could you have done more?
You can't help but ask, should we have done something different? Could we have achieved something different?
District Attorney George Brockler says a Colorado gun law passed in 2013 is also failing to protect domestic violence victims like Jing and her son. A law which should have prevented Anthony Tesoriero from ever having a gun.
Problem is, that law does not work.
The law says domestic abusers with protection orders have to turn over their firearms within 72 hours. Fail to do so, and the court shall issue a warrant for their arrest. But the courts have denied these motions, saying they won't grant an arrest warrant for noncompliance in these cases.
Every single county court judge signed off on an order that said, no, we're not going to do it, and we don't think the law requires us to do it. That left us with no other options. It's a law that is toothless and largely unenforceable.
Anthony never turned in his gun, even after his ex-wife filed a mandatory protection order against him. A gun he never should have had, used to do the unimaginable.
They need to acknowledge that this law is ineffective. It does not work, not by word and certainly not by practice, and it needs to be changed if that's our goal.
Denver 7 is committed to staying on top of this story, digging for answers and pushing for changes at the state level. Just like Ty's mom, we want to make sure this never happens again. Here on our Denver 7 streaming app, there's much more to our investigation. We take you inside the final custody hearing where a judge found Anthony had zero credibility, but still somehow didn't remove Ty. This all happened just 8 hours before the murder. Just click your back button and scroll down to the Contact 7 Investigates shelf to watch all of our stories. I'm Contact 7 investigator Jennifer Kowaleski. Thank you for watching.